Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm your presenter Mervin. Thank you for joining us. Coming up, Dominica partners with the European Union for development. The Waitikobuli National Trail officially declared an ecotourism site, and banana accompanying measures program launched in Dominica. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after the break.
Listen closely and you will hear what climate change might sound like.
$30 for a hand of bananas?
Severe drought could destroy banana plants and drive food prices up.
And now we can see the dead coral reef below us.
Dead coral? I thought it was alive.
No, it's dead. If you look at the pictures, you can see what the coral used to look like.
Oh, wow.
Natural wonders like coral reefs are disappearing. But listen closely again, and you can hear the solution. People disposing of garbage responsibly and not in drains and rivers. People responsibly discarding engine oil. Our climate may be changing, but so can we. Making small changes together can have a huge effect on reducing the impacts of climate change. Act now. Rally, rethink, respond. This message is brought to you by the OECS Secretariat with funded assistance from USAID.
The facts as they are, brought to you every day. Only on GIS Channel 7.
Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. The Waitikobuli National Trail on Friday joined the 12 other ecotourism sites on the island as it was officially declared open as an ecotourism site. The formal opening and declaration of the trail signals much needed visibility for the trail as the latest addition to the tourism product for the destination, as well as to the development cooperation between Dominica and the European Union. The official ceremony held in Pocassi was attended by the President of Dominica, His Excellency Eliud Williams, several ambassadors, officials from the European Union, along with government and ministry officials. Honorable Kelva Daro, who is parliamentary representative for the St. Joseph constituency, spoke about the significance of the trail, calling it a reflection of the people and culture.
The Waitikobuli National Trail is more than just a site, but represents who we are as a people, protectors of our forest, patriots, our resilience and hard work, our survival, the history of our maroon ancestors, and our indigenous Kalinago. The trail presents all of the wonders Dominica has to offer: our natural and cultural heritage, biodiversity, beautiful vistas in one space through a single end-to-end island corridor, validating the Nature Island concept.
He also spoke of the benefits that can be derived from forming community groups and working in collaboration with the trail.
This newly established community tourism organization, consisting of tourism stakeholders within communities around Pocassi and environs, spearheaded by Miss Maxine Allen Esprit, has been on the roll, organizing and planning strategies for enhanced tourism in the interior of Dominica and natural resource management. The organization has been integrating the W2NT in their plans and works closely with the Trail Management Unit. Among the efforts, mutually beneficial to both agencies, are training and development for improved support services to the WNT, joint promotional events, and heritage educational partnership and tour packages. I am pleased that some of my constituents are already benefiting from the Waitikobuli National Trail and positioning themselves through alliances, cooperation, capacity building to further benefit not only from the trail but from this research and interpretation facility.
Rosalind Paul, operations manager for the trail, described this event as a major milestone. She said the declaration of the trail as an ecotourism site will allow for its long-term sustainability.
The trail, operated as an ecotourism site, will help us better monitor, protect, and maintain its integrity, its very existence, and sustain economic and cultural activities. It will further allow visitors to contribute to its maintenance and conservation through a trail user pass system to take effect July 1st at the start of the new financial year.
The National Trail, according to Paul, is poised to generate revenue, but cautions that everyone must make it their business to protect it.
Through the trail, Dominicans increasingly realize that our heritage also means enterprise and livelihoods and must be protected.
Minchinton Burton, Director of Forestry, who chaired the ceremony, highlighted features of the trail, which is now fully operational.
Dominica can therefore truly boast of having the first long-distance continuous trail in the entire region, which links one end of the island to another. The trail and its associated infrastructure is currently in full operation, and Dominicans and visitors alike are increasingly hiking the trail and organizing events on it.
During his overview, Burton spoke about the purpose of the trail in stimulating economic growth within the country, but especially in rural communities, and to spark the interests of foreigners.
The trail's main aim is to diversify the national economy, particularly the rural economy, through increased visitor arrivals on the island. It is earmarked as a major flagship tourism product in Dominica and has already gained major interest from local, regional and international journalists.
GIS News will bring you more on the ecotourism site in another newscast. The European Union's Banana Accompanying Measures program was officially welcomed in Dominica on Thursday with a ceremony at the Lapland Agricultural Training Center. BAM is a European Union program which provides financial support to the banana sectors of supporting African, Caribbean and Pacific countries. Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit says this is the latest EU program of its kind. He therefore urged the farmers to make the most of the opportunity despite its challenges. The Prime Minister highlighted the action plan which will be undertaken with the BAM funding.
The overall investment package of 15.27 million euros, or EC $54 million, will be targeted at the underlying weaknesses in the agricultural sector relating to competitiveness and low productivity over a 5-year period. However, that which at a glance appears to be a formidable challenge or formidable challenges can be converted to opportunities. We have to mean it when we say that it cannot be business as usual. I am happy that under the BAM, efficient, young and business-minded farmers will be targeted, and that the targeted crops will be linked to those identified for production and export under the National Export Strategy. It gives me great comfort that the BAM will provide the necessary financing for a heavy onslaught at building, rehabilitating and upgrading feeder roads across the country.
Honorable Matthew Walter, Minister for Agriculture, expounded on the rehabilitation of farm access roads.
We will rehabilitate under the BAM's facility the Mountain Road in Capuchin, the rehabilitation of Vauxhall Road in Marigot, the rehabilitation of Mango Gutter Road, Woodfordale, Wesley, rehabilitation of Morn Ramier Road in Woodfordale, rehabilitation of Kayambuk Road in Marigot, rehabilitation of Middle Ridge Forcher Road in Calabishi, rehabilitation of Cuba Cahome Road in Cahome, rehabilitation of Neba Atley Road in Layo Park, rehabilitation of Salisbury Heights Road in Salisbury, rehabilitation of Petit Makushwe Road in Makushwe, rehabilitation of Collio Valley Road in Collio, rehabilitation of Syndicate Arose Opiton Road, that is in Syndicate, rehabilitation of Mopo Feeder Road in Grand Bay, rehabilitation of Tiguanfon Road in Grand Fond, and rehabilitation of Bois Dinier Morne Frigade Road, that is in Rivière Siric.
Head of the EU delegation to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Michael Barford, believes the assistance program underpins the EU's continued commitment to strengthen and extend its partnership with the government of Dominica.
The aim of this banana support package is to assist Dominica in adjusting to the new trading arrangements resulting from the reduction of the import tariff on bananas. The support package will take into account each country's specific situation and will focus on boosting the competitiveness of the banana sector, promoting economic diversification, and addressing broader social, economic, and environmental issues.
In ACP countries, interventions under the BAM program will focus mainly on increasing banana, livestock, fruit and vegetable production. The overall impact of the strategic interventions of the BAM will contribute to increased growth, employment and exports in the agricultural sector. GIS News will bring more from that ceremony in subsequent newscasts. The government of the Commonwealth of Dominica and the European Union are partnering for development for a series of projects and ventures, including the Geothermal plant project. On Thursday, an EU delegation led by Ambassador His Excellency Michael Barford went on a tour of the Geothermal plant project in Loda. On the tour, His Excellency expressed the EU's views on the partnership with Dominica, revealing the expectations of this affiliation.
The EU is very proud to have been associated with the first phase, which was worth 2.7 million euros for us. And now a second phase involves an injection of 2 million euros from the EU, as well as the French Development Agency, which has thrown in 6.5 million. I believe that this project is going to be a major game changer for Dominica if it's handled well. So far so good, but there are many difficulties down the road in terms of managing the project, in terms of the dialogue with the population to make the best deal for the population, in terms of transparency, in terms of arranging for the export of electricity to neighboring Guadeloupe and Martinique. But if all that goes well and is handled well, not just by the project, but by the government at large, then I think this is going to be, as I said, a major game changer for the economy of Dominica, and I'm really excited to be part of that in a small way.
Okay.
While on tour, the ambassador also clarified the intent of the EU's visit to the island.
While we're here, well, we have already been visiting some projects. The West Coast Water Supply project we visited, which is also something that we are very proud of being part of, because it provides water to 15,000 people along the West Coast, and it also helps with the agriculture and the tourism industry in that area there. So that has got an enormous potential as well. We are also going to visit the hospital. What is it called again? Princess Margaret Hospital, which is something which we have helped along with our body support operations. And so we are going to have a look at the Waitukubuli Trail tomorrow. But perhaps one of the most important things that we are here for, that was actually to launch the banana program.
His Excellency Barford believes this partnership is one of great importance for both parties and will prove to be one with positive benefits.
This is the way to basically restructure agriculture to make it better and more effective, and to meet the future challenges and the future trade regimes globally. It's a positive development partner because the government responds to the different demands of modern development projects. They're able to carry through even the most sophisticated programs that are based on budget support. And it's actually a pleasure to deal with a government with which one has such an immediate and successful dialogue.
The ambassador says plans are to visit the Princess Margaret Hospital as well. Community-based projects being undertaken as part of government's constituency empowerment program continue to have positive impact on constituencies across the country. For the past 3 to 4 years, Roosevelt's carried-led administration through the Ministry of Constituency Empowerment has ensured that community-based projects are undertaken to address the issue of unemployment, which has been a concern in many communities. The Department of Constituency Empowerment is directly responsible for the implementation of those projects, which vary from small road projects to public conveniences. On Thursday, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Constituency Empowerment, Davis Later, along with a GIS News team, embarked on a tour of some of these projects. A stop in the coastal community of Collio took the visiting team to a recently constructed drainage project. Parliamentary representative for the constituency, Honorable Ronald Tula, confirmed that the constituency had been plagued with flooding situations for over 20 years.
Prior to the drain, when it rains heavily, a number of people, houses would be flooded. And now, whenever it rains, the drain now takes the water to the other side of the drain. And everything now is as safe, and the people are very happy for that project.
The parliamentary representative was instrumental in sourcing $70,000 from the Ministry of Finance to undertake this important community-based project. The drainage project was identified in association with the constituents. Meantime, a farm access road was identified as another community project identified for that area.
We've also done our roads in the heights, our farm road, and our aim is to complete the farm road. This will of course give the young farmers encouragement to go back to the farm. Our youngest farmer is now about 30, and the other farmers are 60 plus. We are hoping the construction or the rehabilitation of the roads will encourage farmers to come back to the farm.
Plans are also to construct a septic tank in the sister community of Biosh.
I've already spoken to the Prime Minister and has given me his assurance that we'll do what you call a communal septic tank in Biosh. If they Biosh properly, because of the closeness of the houses, there's ample space for the construction of septic tanks. So the government is going to build very soon a communal septic where everybody will have access to the septic.
Work on these small community projects are undertaken by the constituents themselves, creating short-term employment opportunities. Through Government Constituency Empowerment Program, Village Council are empowered as monies are given to them to undertake some of the community-based projects. The Roseau City Council has embarked on the sidewalk enhancement project within the city of Roseau, which will add value to the surroundings where bus terminals are located. In the next 3 weeks, work will begin on enhancing the sidewalk in the vicinity of the Kinfield bus stop located on River Street. The Roseau City Council says the project is one way of giving back to the bus drivers who make a fee to the council to operate their buses within the city.
The City Council introduced the color code system for the buses. And we decided, well, like if we make some changes, it have different bus terminals in the city now, everybody not one place. And the bus drivers paying a fee. And we don't want them to think they're just paying money for nothing. So what we want to do, a lot of the bus terminals on the sidewalk, we want to enhance the sidewalks, make it look pretty presentable for the passengers, so that at least the bus drivers can see, well, we're not just taking their money in vain, but we're giving something back to them. And we choose that particular area as a start. It's not going to be the only area, but we choose it as a start. Like, let's say, a pioneer, So according to how good it works, we're going to continue with all the other bus terminals in the city. Do whatever we can to enhance it, to make it more presentable for the passengers.
City Clerk Angus Benjamin explains that the sidewalk enhancement project is in keeping with a recent decision taken by the Roseau City Council.
At the statutory meeting of 17th April, councils conceptualized to rehabilitate certain sidewalks and drains in the city. So we looked at the River Street area, the bus stop, where we feel that we can maybe rehabilitate that sidewalk. Through, we have contracted Gator Pavers and the owner, which is right there first, Mr. Curtis Shillingford, to undertake that project for the council. So we just wanted the public to be cognizant of what we are about to do and get the support of the general public.
Curtis Shillingford of Gator Pavers is thrilled to have been contracted to undertake the sidewalk enhancement project.
I was contacted by the council to do this job, And Gator Pavers, our intention really is to do the whole of the city, to pave everywhere in Dominica and anywhere else in the world where we can pave. We are ready, and our workers are ready. We're just ready to execute this job. We intend to use the cobble street and cobble cord pattern on this particular street. And we will do it in a mix of the cobble cord and cobble street together. That's our plan for this particular sidewalk. Color, we're not sure exactly as to which color we will use yet, but it will be a mix. It will not be one plain color. It will be a mix of 2 or 3 different colors.
That phase of the project is costing in the region of $13,000 EC dollars. A down payment was officially presented to the project contractor on Friday. And that's the English segment of the news. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, le gouvernement Dominique officiellement déclaré Trust National White Couboulé vendredi. Il y a une grande cérémonie pour place à l'occasion l'Office Trust National White Couboulé en Pont-Cassé Jodéa. Président Dominique Excellency Elwood Williams, membre cabinet ensemble et puis officier European Union, attendait cérémonie là en premier d'autres. Trust National Sala ka one support bien unique pour produire tourisme Dominique. Trust n'a été formalisé par organisation WEF et puis support financier du gouvernement Dominique et puis European Union ensemble et puis implémentation, collaboration, conseil régional de la Martinique. Trust National Sala ka montre culture, héritage, montagne, rivière et puis d'autres aspects héritage Dominique. Trust n'a aussi ka montre parc national 3 Pitons, l'occasion World Heritage Site. Dans nouvelle organisation Calga fait assistance par gouvernement local développé Croyo. Parole cela sorti hors officier Calga à Dominique, Yolan John Jules.
Yo banu pour nous ça mettez officier, des officiers. Yon pour aller parler ba village council, parler ba district council, c'est un field officer nous ka ça. Et bien yon pour ministre administrative officer. Comme ça yo ka banou de la ça pour 6 mois. Et bien yo banou pour mettre équipement en l'office là. Comme ça nous ka mettre computer, nous ka un printer, nous un gros printer qui ça print tout bit ba village council Dominique because là c'est vous savez c'est qui association village council Dominique. Comme ça yo ka banou charge, yo banou projector pour nous ka session education pour nous ça monter mon screen. Yo ka banou seminar ou bien training.
Nos Dominique ka ba bon avis pour maman qui enceinte. Parole cela sorti officier l'hôpital Princess Margaret nos Cindy Maxwell. Maxwell fait parole cela qu'on nos te observé open day en l'hôpital Princess Margaret en Wozo qu'on pas activité pour semaine nos semaine cela.
Là où vini aussi nos là usually en district là. Si qu'on dit au Penville ou filo enceinte ou kay aussi nos là en Penville Health Center là. So nos du bois now so il ka travail là so il ka voyer acheter des 3 tests. On est pour faire stool test, urine test, HIV, syphilis, hepatitis avec il ka also voyer acheter en scan là que dit qui l'âge bébé ou si ka développer normal ou si la ni abnormality. So là il fait tout ça, là il tape result là, si il veut là il peut check abnormality, il peut voyer aussi un docteur. So antenatal period là, basically ça c'est ça nous fait. Okay? Now nous sommes move on to labor and delivery.
Messieurs et mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Ni au bon week-end. Au revoir.
We now bring you a recap of the week's headlines with Jana Hector.
Welcome to this week's edition of Flashback.
In the headlines this week, Dominica joined the rest of the world to celebrate Europe Day. Europe Day is observed on May 9th annually, and EU Ambassador to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Michael Bafford, arrived on the island on Wednesday to observe the event. The second United Nations Global Road Safety Week was also observed here from May 7th. The observance sought to draw attention to the need to better protect pedestrians worldwide. The ultimate goal is to save 5 million lives from road fatalities between 2011 and 2020. In commemoration of the birthday of nursing legend Florence Nightingale, each year on May 12th, nurses around the world celebrate International Nurses Day. Locally, the nursing service of the Ministry of Health marked the occasion with a week of activities under the theme Closing the Gap, partnering to save lives of mothers and infants. Also this week, we learned that Dominican Jean Joseph was the recipient of the highest ranking award of the 17th Annual Women of Great Esteem Emerald Awards held in New York. Jean also received a citation from the Mayor of New York, Michael Bloomberg, as well as 2 citations from the Council of the City of New York. And the 4th form students of the Dominica Grammar School, Craig Laronde, captured the Junior Tourism Minister title at the Discover Dominica Authority's Tourism Youth Congress. Laronde outperformed 7 other students from secondary schools across the country, winning a cash prize of $300 and $500 for his school. Those were the headline stories making the news this week. Back to you, Mervin.
Coming up next, your tip of the day.
Listen closely and you will hear what climate change might sound like. Hurricanes getting stronger and more frequent. Glaciers melting, causing a rise in sea levels. Dry bush burning after a prolonged drought left the bushes vulnerable to fires.
What? No water again?
But listen closely again and you will hear the solutions. People switching to energy-saving light bulbs. People building stronger homes that can withstand hurricane force winds. Our climate may be changing, but so can we. Making small changes together can have a huge effect on reducing the impacts of climate change. Act now. Rally, rethink, respond. This message is brought to you by the OECS Secretariat with funded assistance from USAID.
Documentaries and in-depth discussions, community walkthroughs, and Yes We Care. See it all on GIS Channel 7.
To improve your overall health, take a daily 30-minute brisk walk. This simple task will improve your cardiovascular health, increase your metabolism, and help control your cholesterol and blood pressure. And that's all for National Focus today. We welcome your suggestions and comments. Please feel free to drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website at news.gov.dm. Friend us on Facebook and be sure to like our GIS Dominica fan page. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Mervin Matthew. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.